Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. It is Krista here to do the weekly reading for the sign of Taurus. Sun, Moon, and Rising. You can always check out your Moon and Rising sign readings in addition to your Sun sign reading today for extra clarity for the week, or in case your Sun sign reading isn't resonating with you for any reason. This is for the week of September 26th to October 3rd. I'm using the medicine cards for your main spread today, and then as always drawing additional message cards from the Healing with the Angels Oracle and the Wisdom of the Oracle. This is a general reading, so whatever is most prominent in your life this week, Taurus, I encourage you to apply these messages and hopefully you find them helpful and healing. So what does Taurus need to know? Interesting week ahead, Taurus. Very interesting to see these cards for you. I'm really grateful to see that not an enormous amount of energy around having to rest, as it has been for the past few weeks, but there's a real regenerative energy for you. So I'm just looking at all these cards together before we look at those one by one. And that's the sense I'm getting from the cards here. You're really looking at switching up something that you consider or is an actual reputation, the way that people are accustomed to dealing with you or the way that you are accustomed to dealing with other people might be undergoing some renovation here this week. So that's going to be interesting. I'm a little excited for you because I really see you looking deeply at something within yourself that you're willing to make changes about. And being willing is key. Being willing is the power. And I'm really excited for you because you have the actual transformation here in the center of the week for you. I just want to be super sure that I'm reading that correctly. And I am, of course. We have transformation being the butterfly. So there could be stages at which you're looking at your development here, but you're definitely switching something up for yourself that has probably been very static for you, that centers on some level around your reputation, okay? The way that you present yourself or the way that people expect you to present yourself. So I'm really excited for you here. This is really cool. And then, of course, looking really closely at something and having patience with something, or at least being called to have patience with something that you might be finally seeing through. Something might be inspiring you this week to slow down in order to sort of take something apart, to unravel something, maybe even a little mystery for yourself. But the point being is it will center around a personal transformation that, like I pointed out, you're willing to undergo here, which is the most exciting part. So I see a little bit of excitement ahead for you. I hope that you feel the same way about that. Certainly you can be looking too closely at something here or over-analyzing as opposed to analyzing, and that would be my only caveat here with regard to the way that you're spending the time around this issue. You want to analyze, but try to stay away from over-analyzing. If you find yourself doing that, create sort of an eagle-eye view of the situation here. Sometimes we're so close to something or we have such a vested interest in something that we have blinders on. So if you feel at all that that's happening this week, you're being called to say, look, as soon as I feel that way or I feel that the blinders are on and I am over-analyzing a situation here, or even putting undue pressure on yourself during this phase or this period where you're deciding how you present yourself or what you're tolerating or who you're spending time with and why. You're going to want to look at the big picture of things for yourself here and give yourself a little bit of a break. This is a real turning point for you. It could be as well that you just, this change for you is going to cause some predictable upset in someone else. It's going to be, you know, that's their upset. You're being you. Your personal transformation is your personal development. If someone has a problem with that, you could have to be patient with them, but you're not to make excuses for that either. There is a large picture here where you are allowed to conduct this for yourself. So looking at these individually, the butterfly being you in the central position, this is literal transformation. This is you taking the bull, as it were, by the horns and saying, I'm ready to give something up, to make something different, to even understand. This could be the phase where you're understanding what needs to change, and then the process of actual changing can begin. Or you could be in process of change and you're really feeling this and other people are feeling it and seeing it. And like I mentioned a moment ago, they could have some discomfort around it, or they could have some pushback around it. But make no apology unless you're out and out hurting someone else, and I don't see this here. Your personal transformation belongs to you, and this is your right. And they need to decide for themselves how they understand how to deal with you now, especially if you're developing and you're becoming stronger, emotionally stronger, intellectually, spiritually stronger. You could be putting up boundaries, healthy boundaries here. You're undergoing a sense of completion here. So this is a stage, any stage of completion toward, final growth or a final outcome here. So really continue this, because that's a very exciting venture for the self. And as I've always said, anyone who's doing personal work is raising the vibration for everyone. So it's really important that you continue doing this in the spirit of raising your vibration, raising the positivity in the world in pursuit of higher vibration, right? Like love and joy and so forth. Skunk is in the influence position to your current transformation, and this is reputation. This is where I'm seeing that you're willing to undo this condition by which people are ready to accept you. And you might be willing to upset this a little. And because it's on your clock and it's your decision, it's really important that they come to terms with your new reputation. Or you could be finding holes in your reputation and saying, that's not who I really am. People think I'm this way, but I'm really this way. And then this stage of transformation could be, examination. Well, if they expect this from me, what am I? And it's not true, or I don't feel this way inside, and I'm just acting this way because out of expectations, which is terrible. Because it's inauthentic, right? And very draining. You could be saying now, well, what am I doing to make people, or saying or not doing and saying? And I'm not playing a blame game here, by the way, Taurus. This is non-judgment. I'm just reading the cards. It could be a level of, I don't like how they view me. This reputation thing that I have is actually incomplete, or maybe even out and out wrong. And you could just be here saying, what is it that they expect from me? And what am I providing? And do I like the outcome? And if you do, continue. And if you don't, and it's an inaccurate interpretation of who you really are, and you don't, you're really not authentic, that reputation isn't authentic. This is what you're examining here. You're looking at, who am I really? And what type of reputation do I really want to present? When people say, oh, that person is coming over, or that person is my friend, and that comes with a reputation, you want that to be exactly who you are. You want to be in control of that reputation. And this is where I see you getting to the heart of that. Especially, like I said, if this has anything to do with how you're seen by others, or how you express to others, and how they expect you to respond to them, you might be tired of that. Because it's about expectations and not authenticity. So really consider that this week. Taurus. In the probable outcome is and, this is where I'm reading patience. More than likely for the people around you during this stage of your own personal transformation, frankly. Yeah, you could be having it for yourself. You could be patient with the process. This is incredibly important. Particularly because a transformation absolutely includes stages. Unless it's a trial by fire, right, which is very painful and very sudden, and I hope that's not the case for you. And it doesn't state here that that's what's going on. You know, this is a stage, okay? We know that the butterfly goes through a period of chrysalis, and then there is a period of pulling out of the cocoon, and you know, so everything has to go in certain stages here. This is personal patience for yourself, or the way that you are or will be affecting other people. I don't see any negativity here at all, though. If there is any pushback at all, Taurus, just remind yourself that's someone else's problem right now. Unless you're out and out causing harm to someone else, don't take their interpretations or attitudes toward you and your healthy boundaries and your personal transformation to mean that you need to constantly make something palatable to someone else, right? As long as you're being authentic and you're being honest with yourself and really growing as a person here towards your highest development is really, truly commendable. The mouse is, of course, your general energy for the week. This touches on all cards here, and of course we have scrutiny. This is where you could be really trying to dig deep into why does this reputation precede you? Number one, what is the reputation? Why does it exist? Is it accurate? Where is it inaccurate? What can you do to change that, to have an accurate sense of relatability, or what people can expect from you, okay? And of course here with the transformation, maybe don't read into it too much. If you really truly feel this is for your highest good and you are developing here, even if it's taking someone else off on some level, Taurus, really stick to your guns here. Put yourself first. Really trust that this is your it's healthy to personally grow here. And of course with patience, like I said, the only caveat here is that you don't overanalyze. Analyzing the situation or the theme or the process or what phase you're in is absolutely normal. But the minute you enter the overanalyzation, you're going to, or at least you're being asked here, to look at the larger picture. What is the long-term outcome? What are you expecting from this transformation? How long do you expect it to take? What do you expect to do during that transformation, etc.? How do you intend to handle the haters? That type of thing. But keep your head up. You have nothing to apologize for here. And I'm actually very excited for you that it looks like you're willing to get really authentic here. Really, maybe even vocal or outspoken about something, depending on the phase of development here for you. And like I said, someone else may have to be patient with you as well, but you know, overall, that's fine. There's no apology to be made here if this is about your personal development toward highest vibration. Forgiveness is going to be a large theme for you this week. I really hope it has to do with the transformation. I want to add, Taurus, as well, that forgiveness is more about you than anyone else, no matter who the forgiveness has to do with. And forgiveness can and really ought to include ourselves. We really need to forgive ourselves, really, for everything. Okay, even if part of the process here is to forgive other people or to practice forgiveness, and this is the phase that you're undergoing, and congratulations if it is. This is a massive personal achievement, and I'm not being facetious about this. Forgiveness is a massive achievement. So practice this, make a point of doing it every day. Start with yourself, and you will feel lighter. and you will raise your vibration every single second this occurs. Forgiveness will play a huge part in your week. If it's not, or if you don't think it's important for whatever reason, reconsider it, okay, Taurus? It's a bigger deal than you may believe. And it really truly does cause massive and positive, massive ripples in your life with practice. It may not feel like it at first either, but practice it, okay? Practice forgiveness of yourself and others every day. And Louise Hay, one of my, rest in peace, by the way, Louise Hay says, everyone can use forgiveness on a daily basis, and it's true. Every one of us. So if this is the theme for you this week, good. Keep it up. This is enormous. Go the distance. No joke, Taurus. This week, keep it up. Keep up this personal transformation. You're on the right track. This is important to you. This is important for you. This is an incredibly important part of your personal development. You owe no one an apology. Have faith in yourself that this is the right direction for you. Please be patient with yourself. Practice forgiveness. Don't give yourself a hard time for any slip-ups, trip-ups, or problems. And by that, I just mean, speed bumps. This week, especially if it's a new portion of development or a new phase in your personal development, have patience with yourself. Everything takes practice. But no matter what, keep it up. You're becoming stronger. You're developing more. You're becoming a larger inspiration for people around you. If you have a second, please let me know how this works out for you. I'm genuinely curious. It's filling me with so much joy just to read this for you. So congratulations if you're on this track. And if you're not already, subscribe to my channel because I upload videos for your sign every single week. So until we meet next time, Taurus, please take good care. Bye for now.